our very last day, can you believe it, at Sun Harvest County Fair. I have so enjoyed being with you all week, and I hope that you've had a great time because I know we have. We have loved putting this all together for you, and we hope that you have watched it and enjoyed it and tried some new things at home because we have had a great time putting it together for you. So it's our last day, and we are studying the fruit of the Spirit, and it wouldn't be the opening without reviewing our fruits. We have Grow Love from Monday, and you've been loving all week. We are sprouting joy. We are planting peace, producing patience, and today we are picking kindness. Kindness is a very important fruit. I think that sometimes it's easy to get short with each other and to maybe think just about ourselves and not about how other people are feeling. So I want you to really concentrate today on being kind at home, or if you're going any place today, I want you to really think about things that you can do to be kind. Maybe open the door for someone, maybe share a treat with them, maybe just say a kind word. Compliment your mom or your dad about something that they've done for you. Maybe, good meal, Mom, that was a great lunch. Or, Dad, I really appreciate that you worked so hard to support our family. Just say something kind today. That's my encouragement for you. Well, today we are going to be looking at our very last Bible verse about being kind. And it says, always try to be kind to each other and to everyone else. That's from Thessalonians, a nice long word, chapter 5, verse 15. So we've been visiting farms all week long, and we've been going over to the Fennels and watching all of their adventures and activities. And today we're going to do a farm visit, but it's a little bit different. All week long we've been visiting animals, but one of the important things that farmers do is to raise crops. So as you can see, we're not going to go see an animal today. We are going to go see some equipment, some really big farm equipment. And Jack is going to be our guide. And many of you who've been to Vacation Bible School remember Jack as your recreation leader because he's done our recreation for many, many years. Well, he is going to college now and doing all kinds of classes in agriculture. And he is going to be our tour guide as we look at some very big farm equipment.
Hey kiddos, it's day 5. Can you believe how fast the week went? I can certainly tell you I have missed having you in the sanctuary where we can dance and run around and do all our extra songs. But hopefully you've got some of your old CDs that have those on them, and maybe Mr. Alfrey put some of those fun, like Give Me a J, and I Think I'm Gonna Throw Up, and Chatter with the Angels. That was always a favorite that we would do. And there will be a time when we get to do that again in the future. So on day 5, I'm just thinking the song we're gonna do today is reviewing all the fruits of the Spirit that you have learned about all week or heard about. So we have love, joy, peace, patience and kindness, goodness and self-control, faithfulness and gentleness. And remember that fruit, we hope, will grow. So today we're doing the first song on your CD that you got, I believe, or it'll be one of them, and it's called Good Fruit. So let's sing together. Pretend you're at the fair.
Love, joy, peace, patience and kindness, goodness and self-control, faithfulness and gentleness, my fruit is gonna grow. Lord, because I know you love me, it's like I've got strong fruit.
See you later.
So welcome back for our final story where we're learning about the fruit of the Spirit. Kindness. And so you might have heard today's story before, or maybe kind of some of the words that go with today's story. So one time there was a man who he knew all about the law, and he wanted to test Jesus to see if Jesus really knew what he was talking about. And he said, "Teacher, what do I have to do to have a life that lasts forever?" And Jesus said, "Well, what does the law say?" And the man said, "Well, it says, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your strength, and all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." And Jesus said, "That's right, you do that, and you'll have a life that lasts forever." And then the man said, "But who is our neighbor?" Right? You guys have neighbors. Who do you think of? Who do you think of as your neighbor?
Jordan, Jackson, Joan.
So like the people that live next door to you, right? So like the people that live in the houses around you, those are the people that we think of as our neighbors. And so Jesus told this story to help us understand who our neighbors are. So one time there was a Jewish man, and he took a trip from Jerusalem to Jericho. And so he packed some food and some water and a little bit of money, and he started off. And it was a dangerous trip. It was like a really dangerous road to travel on. And as he was walking down this road, some robbers jumped out from behind the rocks, and they beat him up. And they took his money, and they took his clothes, and they left him there on the side of the road, all beat up with nothing. And so there he is on the road, and he needs help. He's hurt. And all he could do was wait. He was hurt so badly he couldn't get up and walk for help. And so after a little while, he looks up and he sees a priest coming. And a priest is somebody who teaches others about the laws, and he helps people worship. And so do you think this priest is going to help him? Like, he helps people learn about past laws and worshiping God. Is he going to help? No, you're right, he's not. The priest saw him on one side of the road, and he went to the other side of the road. He was not going to help this guy who was hurt so badly. And so he had to wait. And then someone else was coming. It was a Levi. And a Levi taught people all about God's laws. And, God's law does say, love one another, right? Is he going to help? No, he doesn't help either. He sees him on the side of the road, and he goes to the opposite side of the road. Man, so if a priest won't help, and a Levite who teaches about God's laws won't help, who's going to help him? He was certain he was going to die there, that nobody was going to help him. And then he hears a third person coming. He lifts his head up and he looks and he goes, "Oh no, it's a Samaritan." Because remember, he was Jewish, and the Samaritans, they're like the enemies of the Jewish people. They don't get along. So is he going to get help from this person? Yeah, you've heard this story before. He does. Even though the Samaritans and the Jewish people did not get along, as soon as the Samaritan saw him, he crossed the road, and he gave him some water that he had to drink, and he helped bandage his cuts. He helped him onto his donkey, and he took him to an inn. And he even paid the innkeeper to help take care of this man. And he said, "You know what, if this isn't enough money, I'll be back and I'll give you some more money too." He just knew that this man needed help, that he needed somebody to take care of him. And so, the story that Jesus told us, which man helped the man who was hurt? Who helped the man that was hurt?
The one that didn't get along with
The
them.
one that didn't get along, right? The Samaritan. Have you guys ever heard of being a good Samaritan? So being a good Samaritan is when you help somebody who doesn't need help or who needs help, even if you don't know them. So this story from Jesus helps us understand that our neighbors are not just the people who live right next to us. Our neighbors might not even be somebody that we know. a neighbor is anybody who needs help. And so we can be a good Samaritan. We can be a helpful person by showing kindness to everybody and to anyone who needs help. So our neighbors aren't just our family or the people next door. So it might be people you don't even think of as your neighbor. You might think of them as an enemy. But God wants us to show kindness to those people anyway and to be a good neighbor to them. Thanks for joining us for story time. Bye.
Bye.